Hello everybody. Today's video is going to be something a little bit different. I'm not going to be doing it specifically for ASMR. It's going to be a story about anxiety and how it's affected me, and maybe listening to it will help you, or maybe it'll just make you understand that there's more people out there who actually experience anxiety and kind of stress related symptoms. So I've had a few requests to make this type of video, and I haven't done one specifically talking about how it's affected me because I just didn't really know how to word it, and I'm still going through it, so it's kind of difficult to say how to help you. But I have got better progressively, so it's looking up. So I'll tell you how it started and go from there. So I went to university. I went as soon as I finished sixth form, so I was 18 to 21. I went to university, did screenwriting, loved it. It wasn't as social as school, and I think you find once you finish school, life isn't as social unless you kind of make it so. Because with school you're forced to go every day and you see all your friends every day. And then with university it was less days, but you're still with people. And then university finished and you're kind of thrust into the world. And because I wanted to do writing, I'd already started my YouTube channel. I had done one ages ago when I was still at school, but I'd started my ASMR YouTube channel, I think it was 2011, and I like to do the role plays and things, and that was kind of like my writing, so I got very much into that. And I also started chatting to a few people online and stuff, and that's kind of what set me off. I'd never experienced full-on anxiety before that. I'd had like nerves and things, but even with things like exams and stuff, I was really laid back, like horizontal, which is a good thing. But after talking to people online and things, I started to feel kind of nervous about stuff, and it was more the relationship side of things. It was like, oh, but if I get into a relationship with someone, is that going to be so much pressure on me, and is that going to make me feel even more nervous than I do right now? See, anxiety kind of gets you and then starts a snowball effect, so it gets bigger and bigger and you start worrying about things that you really didn't need to be worrying about. And then on top of that, I got, I think it was called norovirus, which is like a sickness bug, and I was stuck in the house for like nearly a month because I was really ill with it. I lost like a load of weight and stuff, and well, I didn't really have much to lose in the first place, so I was quite poorly with it. And that set me off even more. I got extremely nervous going out and doing new things, and when it was at my worst, I was even scared to go to work, which I've been doing since I was 16. I would feel sick. Anxiety affects people in a lot of different ways. Some people feel physically ill, some people get really short of breath and can't catch their breath and feel like they're going to pass out. Some people, it's more just all inside their head, so you just overthink and it can stop you sleeping and things. Mine manifested as physical sickness, so I couldn't eat anything. I felt really, really just poorly, like I felt like I was going to be sick. I had panic attacks at work, I'm sorry, I'm getting a bit emotional. Um, wow, I'm crying on YouTube. My makeup will run, right? So I had panic attacks at work where I would just be overwhelmed. It doesn't get like super busy where I work, but just small crowds even would set me off, and I'd feel really nervous. I'd just be shaking and just feeling like I was going to be sick. So I like had to go to the loos and to the toilets and just kind of do some deep breaths and try and calm myself down. But there was a few days where I just had to be sent home because I couldn't. And it why? See, this is why I've been putting off doing this video. God, get a grip. Okay. And anxiety affects people around you as well. So I live with my mum. It's just me and my mum, and I could see how worried she was about me. She just didn't know what to do because she never kind of experienced it herself to that degree. She knew about it and knew what it was, but she never kind of been close to anybody or experienced it herself, so it was really difficult. But talking to her definitely helped. Should I pause and regain my composure? That's really embarrassing. Okay. Okay. But talking to people definitely helped. Now, because of all this, and because I wasn't going out, and my friends had all moved away and stuff because they're like teachers and things, and I was quite isolated, so I became really depressed. That lasted a good 5 or 6 months where I was on YouTube. You can actually kind of see the time period where I was still making videos and stuff. I think it was where I did one of my first nurse role plays where I'm like sitting on the floor. And you can just kind of tell that my mood isn't right. But yeah, I got extremely depressed and just wanted to kind of sit in bed and cry all day. Didn't want to go out. I didn't want to do things that I enjoyed. And after a few months of that and trying different things, like people just say, well, just cheer up. There's nothing to worry about. You're like, yeah, I know that. That's kind of the point. If I could do that, if there was like just a button to press, that would be great, and I'd press it. But that's not the case when you're feeling like that. So after I'd tried all these things, like video games helped quite a bit, which is strange because they totally took my mind off it, and I was like concentrating on them. Different things help different people. Talking to people, I would definitely recommend, even if it's like a co-worker, family member, just talking to someone. But I could feel in myself that I still wasn't quite right. So for me, the best solution was antidepressants. So physical, like pills to take. It's not for everybody, but depression can be just a chemical imbalance in your brain. So I got some, and within like 2 or 3 weeks was feeling a lot better. They definitely helped. And you have to kind of wean yourself off them. You can't just stop, or you'll just fall back and feel really bad again. And luckily for me, I was able to just wean myself off them after like 2 months. I didn't have to go back to the doctors or anything, so that was great. So the depression mainly went away. And then for my anxiety, because I was going to Comic Cons and things, just standing in line, I'd feel waves of sickness, and I'd be like, oh God, I'm going to be sick. And then I'd be thinking, what if I'm sick? All these people are going to be looking at me. I'm going to be in cosplay looking like an absolute freak of nature. And again, the snowball effect. I remember going down to see my best friend Ellie, who I met online, and I went just to Manchester. It's just like a couple of hours on the train, and I felt fine. Kind of nervous, but like normal nerves. And then we were walking around Manchester, and it suddenly hit me like panic. And I was physically sick in the street. Nice. And people were looking like, who's this drunken youngster? I don't drink, so definitely wasn't that. It was just literally pure nerves. So that was my first experience with my best friend. Nice. I can laugh about it now because it's horrendous. But she was so understanding, and you'll find that friends and family and people who care about you will have infinite patience, and they'll never be thinking, oh God, like, why is this person so awkward? Like, why are they making such a fuss? They won't be thinking that at all. I remember a few years ago I went to Nando's with my friends from school, like friends I've known for years, and I was shaking sitting in the restaurant, and I was just so nervous, and I was kind of rubbing my hands together, and my friend could tell there was something wrong, and they took me into the toilets upstairs, and I was like crying and shaking, and just give us a hug, and that's all I needed, just somebody to be there and like understand that I wasn't just like freaking out for no reason. It's actually my brain was telling me this is too much. So because of all that anxiety and stuff, I went to counselling. Over here in the UK, it's free, as is like NHS and everything. So I went to CBT counselling, which is, I can never remember how you say it. It's like cognitive behavioural therapy, something like that. I'm sure you can look CBT up, which is basically sitting in a room one-on-one talking to somebody, and then they will give you tasks to do for the next week. So it's kind of making you do things that make you feel anxious or make you feel worried or whatever it is that you've gone for. It's putting you into those situations. So for example, one of mine was drive to a Comic Con, because I used to be very nervous driving. So I did that, and the more you do it, the more of the norm it becomes, so your brain's not thinking, oh, this is like out of the ordinary, I need to freak out about it. So that helped, and now I'm pretty much okay with driving to a lot of places. So that helped, yes. What else? She told me some breathing techniques where you kind of inhale deeply into your stomach and then breathe out through your mouth. Very simple things, but just to kind of have your mind focusing on something else. She asked me what I did to like relax at home and what put my mind at ease, and I told her about making ASMR videos and things, because this is definitely a kind of therapy for me. It like is something I enjoy. I love it so much, but it's also something that helps me, so don't tell anybody. So yeah, that lasted for a couple of months. I I think I went to like 8 sessions or something. And it was all very simple stuff, like something, once you're there, you're like, well, I could have thought of that, but you just didn't because your mind isn't in the right place. So the more and more I've been doing things, the better and better it's got. So Comic Cons, for example, I'll go there and feel almost zero nerves and just enjoy the day, mostly. Even things like uploading YouTube videos, I still get quite nervous over because I'm like, oh, what if people don't like it? What are the comments going to be? But you lot are so nice, so that's fine. I do still have random days where I'll think, oh God, I haven't achieved anything. I haven't kind of made my mark on the world. I'm still living at home, and it's like, oh, that's not right. You should be moved out. You should be doing things to progress in the world. But then I also think I literally can't afford to move out. So that's kind of a big factor. I'm saving up to do so. And then I also think, hang on, I've helped a lot of people sleep and with their own anxiety. Even if it was just 1 or 2 people, that's made a difference. And keeping myself busy definitely helps. So I just wanted to show you this as well before I finish, because that's kind of where I am at the minute. Pretty much 80-85% better. I would never say I'd be 100% because the nerves would always be there, and there'll always be the off day where I just feel super down, but never as bad as it was. So yeah, what I have here is something I just bought recently, and I think it would be helpful for a lot of people who have trouble focusing on stuff and feel like there's nothing to move forward to. So what I bought is a weekly planner, and it's just from, I think it was from The Works, and it's just got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, weekend. And what I've been doing is writing what I want to achieve on them days. Some days I've just written day off, so I can do whatever I like. But I've got things like upload video, edit video, write script for video. It's a lot of videos. Twitch, because I'm setting up my Twitch stuff, make Patreon videos, etc. So I've been writing that out, and then I've been using little highlighters to highlight the different things, like videos are in pink, and then a bit of crinkling for you. Here we go. These little, what are they called? Postit Notes. I've been writing like upload on one and sticking that on the day so I can look immediately and see when I need to do that, and then give myself an actual gold star for things when I've completed them. And I just think that's kind of a really nice, physical, obvious way to see that I'm doing things and I'm progressing and I'm producing things. So I thought I'd give you that if you wanted to use that as an idea. I think it's nice that it's physical as well, and it's not just like on my phone or on my laptop or whatever. So yeah, sorry for crying in this video. I wasn't really expecting that. I hope it's helped you even just a little bit. That's what I'm here for. And please know that you lot have helped me as well so much over the past 7 years or however long I've been doing this. So yeah, more videos coming soon. I've got some more nymph ones coming and nice peaceful ones. Yeah. So once again, thank you so much just for watching and being there. I love you all, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.